how did Lia do competing against men? Division I, you say, that's Division I colleges, meaning the biggest schools, the most competitive athletes. Those are the elite athletes at the college level. What kind of results were achieved on the men's side?
Right. So Thomas was in the 400s and 500s ranked nationally. And 1 year later, ranks number 1. And so I think that right there shows you that there are advantages to be had. And denying so, it kind of defies science, it defies common sense, it defies logic, it defies reason. And listening to Thomas's interview when asked about this, how you were able to rank so much higher as a female, Thomas said, well, it's because I was able to be happy and compete happy. And so I think I don't think that equates. Actually, I know it doesn't equate. It's not computable.
Yeah. So what do you say about that?
A lot of what Riley said is you can't deny the way that she looks. You can't deny the height. You can't deny the hands, right? But again, we all come in different shapes and sizes. And to say she was ranked in the 400s and 500s on the men's side, okay, if you look at her actual times, she was 10 seconds behind the record on the men's side, and she's 10 seconds now behind Ledecky's record on the women's side. I mean, muscle mass, strength, it all starts to dissipate within 6 months. In a year or two, that's when the maximum effect happens. That's what it says in the NCAA inclusion policy says that there's no inherent advantage.
They were based on the supposition that 1 year of gender-affirming hormones, somebody would move laterally, that if they were ranked 500th, they would be ranked 500th as in the women's category. And now we know we have better science. We know that's not true.
We have some better science because we don't have enough data because there's not enough trans athletes.
Are you denying common sense, though, in this one situation?
Common sense of what?
Common sense of going from 400 or 500 to 1.
She won one championship, is what we're talking about?
Yes.
That she would.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Winning one championship is a huge deal. Why are we acting like that's not
huge? Huge, yes. What
No,
I'm also
and
saying,
also
what I'm saying though, Riley, is
is
everybody is saying that trans people, trans women are dominating sport, right? And in that case, winning a national championship at the collegiate level, huge. I'm with you. I'm just saying we can't make it into she's dominating. She's been won. She's not dominating the sport. She didn't win every race. She got 5th in one. She got 8th in one.
Championship as a female. She only had one opportunity to do that, and she did it.
Lia Thomas is a swimmer who happens to be trans. She's a swimmer. Just like you said, you started at age 5, right? You started at age 5. I don't know when Lia started, but this has been her life. She cares about it. She wants to, she put herself into it. And I can't imagine how difficult it would be to go through your life, to be trans, to have to do these things, you're on a men's team, but you're not one of the boys. You're not. You're not one of the boys, and that is hard. And the only option that she had was to transition.
I really love transgender people. I've got transgender people in my life that I care crazy cakes about. And I really think that the whole Lia Thomas debate is really doing harm to the transgender movement because people can look at Lia Thomas and many other athletes and say, it's not fair. And it doesn't make people feel good about wanting to be accepting in all these other places of life. There are very few places where biology really matters, and sports is one of them.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.